Bless y'all, bless y'all. All praise to the Most High, y'all. Okay, I'm back again, y'all. Doing the follow up on the video I did on the cancer and the lies and all the cover up that they perpetuate in this so-called disease to how people are living in fear and destroying people's lives. So I want to do something about that. We got people out there like myself who are very compassionate about combating this false medical industry, that's taking so many people's lives, taking more lives than gangbangers, taking more lives than drugs, street drugs. But we like to perpetuate those narratives, but many people are overlooking this medical industry. It's crooked. So we touching bases on that from that perspective. So I was talking about cancer, stages of cancer, and the misconception of it. Really don't like to use the word cancer because it doesn't exist. Like I said, it don't exist. There's no such thing as cancer. What you're dealing with is acid metabolic waste. Acid metabolic waste. It's funny how the people who experience, well, I'm not gonna say it's funny, it's strange how the people who experience the Nagasaki and the Hiroshima bombing, that high level of radiation that those poor people endured. Those who survived the blast succumb to, radiation poisoning. Now, if you do a little study, a little insight on what those people went through prior to their deaths from the radiation fall from the bomb, very similar to so-called cancer, very similar to the radiation that they put in people to treat cancer. So just check that out. Okay, cancer, like I said, is no more than acid buildup in the body. Acid is very hot and corrosive. The fluids that's called the lymph fluid contains very toxic and acidic waste that should be eliminated through the body's systems, through urination, through bowel movement, through sweating. If that system get bagged up, that fluid that was supposed to make it out of the body starts to pool and goes into other parts of the body. Sometimes, when people experience coughs, congestion of the nose, congestion of the lungs, the pneumonias, the sinus itis and the asthmas. What's going on is the lymph system is bagging up and filling into the cavities of the body, the sinus cavity, your throat, your lungs. Anywhere where the body has a cavity in space, this fluid will try to make it into it. Now, like I said, this fluid is very corrosive, very hot in nature. It's very acidic. It's supposed to be eliminated. Let's keep that in mind. This acidic waste is waste. It's supposed to be eliminated. One person said it, Dr. Moore said it like this, that if you don't change, great guy too, check out his channel. He on YouTube. If you don't change a baby's diaper, whether they urinate it on themselves or they poop, what happens when you don't change the baby diaper? The babies develop a rash. What is the rash coming from? The rash is coming from the acidic waste from the urine and from the poop. that acidic waste begins to burn the skin of the baby, hence creating what they call a rash, but it's no more than inflammation. Now flip that inside out. What do you think it's doing to the inside of a person's body? If somebody's bagged up with constipation, kidneys not filtering, kidneys partial block, and the body elimination system is not properly functioning, what you think gonna happen? Huh? The same thing that happened to that baby's bottom. It's gonna experience some burns. Okay? Now, the only difference is when you experience burns on the outside versus the inside, you have cells on the outside, skin cells. But on the inside, everything's more sensitive. Okay? So when that fluid begins to burn organs and joints, arthritis, when that system gets to burning nasal cavity, sinusitis, bronchial cavity, bronchitis, all of the itis means inflammation. Sinusitis, pancreatitis, arthritis, bronchitis. See? Acidosis. Now I'm gonna touch bases on heart disease. I'm gonna touch bases on all of these so-called diseases. They're all fake, man. Everything is coming from acidosis. I'm gonna show you how to reverse all of those diseases from this channel YouTube, and all of y'all gonna get well. Thanks be to God. I'm not going to charge a dime. Okay? All I want you to do is when you hear this and you get well, give praise to the Most High. I mean, give him some glory. Give him some praise like you never praised him before. That's all I want and I ask in return. But I'm going to teach best of my ability and show my people how to heal themselves and get themselves out of this hole that this system has dug for us. Okay? So again, cancer. It's no cell called cancer that's in the body. What you have is a mutated cell, red blood cell, that has been mutated from the acid waste that's been building up in the body from the lymph system. Okay? Once that acid waste reaches down to the blood cells and mutates those blood cells, and we know the job and the responsibility of the blood cell is to carry oxygen and nutrients to the body. So when that is hindered, what do you expect? That's what they call cancer, people. Acidosis. That's what I call it, acidosis. Metabolic acid waste that's taking over the body, very corrosive, very hot, and is eating and roasting people alive. This is the reason why a lot of people is very hot in nature. They can't stand the heat. They can't tolerate the heat. You wonder why the people in Africa, most people in Africa don't have air conditioning. They can tolerate the heat because they have a high alkaline diet. They eat more vegetables and fruit than we do. We have a very acidic diet in America. Pizzas, hot dogs, chips, drinks, alcohol, you name it. All of this stuff turns into acid. It's acid base, and it turns into acid once your body metabolizes it. It turns into acid in the body. This is why the people in Africa can tolerate the heat with no air conditioning. People in America, they love the winter because the winter offers some sense of comfort. Nobody loves the winter. Even the animals hate the winter. That's why the birds fly south. They migrate away from the cold. But in America, people love the cold because in the summertime, you're roasting from the inside from your own metabolic waste, and then you add this external summer heat. It makes people feel like they're cooking alive from the inside, in which they are. This is why people, especially down south, they love the air conditioning. Everybody's cars is running air conditioning. They're burning all their gas and burning all the electricity at home. Nobody can take the heat because everybody is acidic and hot on the inside. Their core temperature is very hot from the acid environment in the body, coming from the environment and coming from the diet that we consume in America. So I'm gonna do another video. Just want to touch bases again. I hope y'all checking this out and really getting this, because we're gonna build on something on this, and we're gonna get down to it. The next video that I do, we're gonna talk all healing on what to do if you get a diagnosis saying that you have cancer. And after that, we're gonna do the different forms. We're gonna break down the different forms of cancer and the misconception, because the body has a response, a mechanism response to this acid waste. And like I said in the previous video, tumors, okay, and cysts is one of those mechanisms. You know, growth, you know, growth tissues, extra growth tissues, what they call benign tumors. All of these are mechanisms that the body uses to try to save itself. So, all praise to the Most High. Y'all stay up, and hey, I'm gonna leave you with this. Eat fruit. Fruit. Cut the meats out, cut the dairy out, the cheeses, the milk, all of this stuff is acid based. Meat turns into acid, uric acid in the body. Starches, you got to cut it out or cut back on it. Starch turns into carbonic acid in the body. All of these acids is the problem. Drinks, sodas, no go. Let's get that grape juice, 100%. Let's get some water. Let's get some spring water. Let's get some alkaline water, and let's cut them drinks. Let's cut alcohol down to a bare minimum. And increase the fruit. All fruits, especially the melons, the berries, and the citrus fruit, the high water content fruits. Let's increase those fruits. Let's give praise to the Most High, and we're going to get through this. Check y'all later.